Weird.
Yeah,
Do you think it's because the company who he bought it from didn't want the drug to come out because they make more money on something else?
I think it was just the drug didn't pass. I'm
It
speaking out
just
of my
didn't
ass
work.
right now, so um, I'm basing this off like little blurbs I've read and word of mouth. But I think it didn't like may have not passed like I don't know. I have to look it up. It didn't come out though. But he made billion. I mean, he made billions off a product that's not on the market or a drug that's not on the market
Mm-hmm.
right now. Like
That's weird.
his products are like they're in the market. I mean, I don't know how many Tesla owners there are in the world, but I don't know, hundreds of thousands, millions. I don't know. Is
Yeah,
it
it's probably
millions a
millions. It's
stretch?
probably millions. Yeah. No, I don't think it's a stretch. I think it's probably millions. I haven't looked it up, but I'd be willing to bet that.
So
But I mean, back to Tesla. I think one of the things that we can kind of skip over. I was going to talk about fucking cyber trucks and shit like that, but that's not really going to go anywhere in this conversation. TLDR, he had his fingers in the Cybertruck, and like basically all of them have been recalled for one reason or another
wait a
because
second,
he has a
but
lot of weird ideas.
the recall. So the recall that you're talking about, because like it's all over the news.
To be clear,
46,000 of them were.
truck's been out for like a year, and there have been 9 total recalls since the first delivery. The one that the big one, the recent one, is 46,000 of them, which is pretty much all of them that have been delivered so far. Were all recalled because a body panel was falling off of the thing. And I know you don't think that's a big fucking deal, but if you're driving on the road and a sharp metal body panel flies off, that's a huge hazard risk. It's huge. It's because they were gluing it instead of using fasteners. And the glue
but I
sucked.
mean, there's been
And then the
that's
worst
a
one,
minor recall compared to other car
one of the other
automobile
one of the other
recalls that have
recalls was
happened.
that the accelerator pedal would get stuck.
Wait,
Like
which
it
one
would be
was that? That was
the
that
Cybertruck.
I'm trying
So
to
like,
think. What was the big? There was the GM recall in 2014 where like 150 people died or something,
mm-hmm.
and then there was the Toyota recall, and then there was the F-150 recall. Those were all like millions of cars that had to be recalled, and they were like safety issues.
Combined.
With the Cybertrucks, they just
between
had to
all of this.
bolt in. They just had to bolt in the cant rail, and they added like a stronger glue or whatever.
Right.
It wasn't like they had to replace anything huge.
What about the accelerator pedal? That one seems like a pretty big issue, right?
How many were recalled because of the accelerator pedal?
About 5,000.
5,000. Okay, well that's a bigger issue. But the big one, the 46,000 one, that's like not. I mean, yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but
you could make the argument that that's not a big deal and they could just fix it real quick. But what is a big deal, Henry, is the cost associated with that, right? So the cost associated is that they have to take back 46,000, which is almost all of the ones that they delivered, so that they can go fix that issue. And that costs so much fucking money. And that is a major issue for Elon Musk. Major issue. But again,
Grok,
he has so
how
much
much
money,
money
he can
does
make
it
these
cost?
mistakes, right?
Elon Musk. How much money? Can I ask Grok?
I guess another point that might not convince you, but would convince others, is that I think there's a pretty good reason why, of all of the Tesla models, the Cybertruck is the only one that's banned in Europe. And
Yeah,
they buy a shit ton of Tesla vehicles. No, they're not.
Because Europeans are pussies.
they
They're
are
scared
not.
of it. They're like, oh, it reminds me of Hitler's trucks. Oh,
No, this is way before he turned into a Nazi.
it's too big.
No, this
We
is
like
way
our
before
little
that.
clown cars.
Dude, Europe was buying these cars hand over foot, like at high rates, even before we started. Like they were
Cybertrucks?
huge. No. Teslas in general, they still
Yeah.
buy it. Well, probably not anymore.
Because they're fruity
but like,
and they like the eco-friendly car, but the
Okay, so are they-
Cybertruck looks like the Batmobile, and it looks like it will,
dude,
smash into a grocery store and
the reason why they're banned is because they have fucking quality control issues because they can't pass crash safety crash tests. They just can't.
I don't know. I think it's just because they're a bunch of pussies over there.
They just literally can't. It looks like dude. The Cybertruck looks like fucking Lara
cool.
Croft. No, dude, it looks like Lara Croft Tomb Raider's fucking tits from 1995.
It has character.
That's what it looks like.
I think it's like ugly, but like in a cool way.
Dude, I'll give you that.
It looks like it's about to turn into like Optimus Prime or something.
Dude, I'll give you that. Every time I see a Cybertruck, I look at it. So
yeah, I'm always like, ooh, the Cybertruck. It's so big. That's like my reaction
because it's
every
also
time. Like,
fucking
ooh, it's
stupid.
so big.
It's just not. It's not a very good truck, to be honest. And I'm a huge car guy. It like literally it went through its first winter this winter, and it was like fucking struggling in the snow. And also, there's this oversight that they had. Like
it also explodes.
Yeah, it does.
Unless you put a bomb in it or something.
If you put incendiary devices inside it, you're right.
That's too
the
soon,
headlights are like there's like this lip on the bumper. And behind the lip are the headlights, and they just recently found out over this past winter that if it's snowing, the snow can collect in front of the headlights and like basically block the headlights. And so now you don't have headlights when it's snowing. It's like a shitty design.
Who needs headlights when you own the road? When you're driving a fucking Cybertruck,
you do when you
probably have night vision goggles anyway. Have you? Let's move on from the Cybertruck. But
okay,
before we do that, have you heard about the trend? I don't know how many people have done this, but it's apparently a thing where libs, fucking liberals, are going around and they're carving in swastikas into Cybertrucks.
Yeah. Have you also heard about how Trump says that we should like fucking send those people to an El Salvador prison?
Yeah, that's going a little too far. That's going a little too far. I've been seeing on X. X is horrible, by the way. Now Twitter, it's just so much slop. It's like one of the biggest accounts is an account called Cat Turd, and it's just like the dumbest slop in the world. Like, look at this liberal. She doesn't know her pronouns. Yeah. So I guess people are carving in swastikas, and on Twitter there was like a trend with all these influencers saying that they're domestic terrorists, and I'm like, hey, listen, like, I think these people should definitely be arrested, and
hell yeah,
they should be accountable for the property they destroyed. Like, that's fucked up to go into. I don't care if you hate someone's politics or not. If you go and fuck with someone's personal property, you belong in jail.
Fucked up. Mm-hmm.
Like, there's something wrong with you if you do that. But
I agree with you.
I mean, I think we're going a little too far calling these people domestic terrorists.
And then a bridge too far to say for Trump to suggest that maybe we send them to one of those El Salvador prisons. Come on.
When I was younger, I had someone keyed my car. And
I'd be so
I don't know why it happened. I don't know if I did something to the person on the road or whatever, but someone keyed my car. I wasn't like, I was stricken, but a terrorist attack just happened on my car. I just got 9/11. But I think that's a little too far. But why don't we move on from?
All right, I think I got like one more thing about Tesla, and let's just move off of Tesla because I'm getting sick of it. So there's this like a lot of people make the comparison of Tesla to Ford, and you know, both the car company and the actual guy, Henry Ford. Like, they call him like a modern day one. So, you know, again, this is plays into more of the myth, right? Because Elon's PR team wants you to believe that he is like the modern Henry Day Ford because it gives him credibility, right? Now, there's a lot of differences between the two, but there's some similarities too, and we can outline those. So Ford built his company way back before World War I